Hey, YouTube, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the base that y'all gonna do. This is how we do text, baby. Man, Douglas, I mean, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the base. Y'all gonna do. This is how we do text. Man, Douglas, back. You know what it is. Who is only place you ever gonna get it. Only place you ever gonna get it. Ever gonna get it. Ever gonna get it. Ever gonna get it is right back at the basic. And chalking the deuce is how we do the Texas baby. Man, that was back. You know what it is, know this, know this. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Brought the word preach and preach on. And today's topic to talk about is I want to do this video that we're going to call this conspiracy of theories. Conspiracies of main theories, man, because I call conspiracy theories. We're going to put conspiracy theories from now on when it comes to video games, movies, music, the entertainment, the news, you name it. But I want you to listen to this. Okay, Assassin's Creed Union is usually a de facto actions of the an adventurous to open world of settling the game. Settling video game and adapted by Ubisoft and mainly Rail and published by Ubisoft. It was released in November 2014 for Microsoft Windows and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It is the main instinct in the Assassin's Creed series. In the success to 2003 Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is also have connected to the Assassin's Creed Roger, which was released from previous generation conquest for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 on the same day as the Union. Setting within Paris during the French Revolution, the single player story was followed in Durbier in his effects to expose the true powers behind the revolution. The game is reminded of the series of the third man open world explosion, as well as introducing to the combat and the pattern and settlement system. The game also introduces the cooperative of multiple player to the Assassin's Creed series to let up to 4 players engage in the narrative of the driving and missions and exploring the world open map. The Assassin's Creed Union is received a mix of reviews. Upward is released to praise was aimed towards its upgraded in multiple player origin and format, while of the narrative attention was drawn towards its weak storylines and unfine gameplay and numbers of graphic issues and other bugs upward were released because of the higher amount of instant bugs, and Ubisoft is issued a apology and in the seasons of past the sales are expended. And currency of the season pass and hold are offering a free digit of copies. One of the 7 uh, recent recent software one of Ubisoft games, and announced that the game first download content campaign could be available for free. That's a catch. And Assassin's Creed Union will be followed by the Assassin's Creed Symphony, which is settled in Victorian era London, and it's set for release in October 2015. Look how the story is about. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, the story is about right here. Here's the story. Here's the story. What it's about. The main character of this game is Pure. Whatever. They got some fucked up names. Excuse me. Forgive me if I can't pronounce his name right. The main character of the game is Ardor Dubuur, voiced by Don Jones, a native Frenchman who was born in Zodiac to a assassin's father. After his father is murdered, after his father was killed by Patrick and Cormac at the end of the Assassin's Creed Roger, and Ardor is Adore, and unaware that his new family hold a senior position within the Knights. Okay, excuse me. All right, excuse me. I'm kind of tired, but I'm trying to take my time. But Ardor is Adore, and unaware that his new family hold a senior position within the Templars order, with his new father figure, with his new father figure, the Templars Grand Master, and Ardor will blame himself when his Doran father is murdered, and so set off on a quest of redemption that would bring him into the Brotherhood of Assassins. When he slowly arrives in the ranks, much like a is much like an Ivory Aldi and Javier, and the Exoto invalid the Fartier, as seen in the previous games. Annual love interest is a Templar's name is the Azra, as the Gavin B. Rube, the daughter of the Templars Grandmaster who adore Ebior, who also set out to investigate more about her father's death and its role in a growing ideological change within the Templars order, that the thread is core values. And the dictionary of the character included Marcus D. Say and Max and Max R. Vince Podium the Podium Apathy, Brett Skitfold, and Maximo Din, and Robert and Spedigo, and Bruce Dunn. Let me say to this story goes back to this, man, like, but behind the goes on of the French Revolution that was going on. Because look what it says, is in Rodno's story is started in Vedically said as a child, but for most of the story, he is in Paris. His adventures in Paris started of the evening of the French Revolution in 1789, upward to the during the reaction in 1794. The modern day setting of focus on the assassins contact the player and requested their help to explore and in the past, as well as helping in the present and, and cooperation on multiple player missions follow the lapse of the Brotherhood of Assassins during the French Revolution. In addition, and and Tom and Emil are introduced story. During the story, access them taken Adonor to imperative points of the pyramid of history, much as it cooperated by the Nazi Germany during World War II. See, what does that tell you right there? They just admitted that you hear what they said. This is conspiracy theory today. They just admitted that it has something to do with the French Revolution, and some people believe that Illuminati was behind French Revolution, the falling of the countermeat and the colony, depressed president, broken countermeat of French Revolution. For you can look in this history. And they just admitted that the Nazis connected to the Knight Templars. And I've been saying this time and time again because it sounds like her father was being murdered by one of the guys that she loved, by his people, but her people murdered his father. I mean, this is crazy. This explains why he with this girl all the damn time, because I think he knew that why his father died, and his father was died because it was murdered. It was murdered that by the hands of her father, but his people, and his father was died by her people. She was the Knight Templars, and he was the Brotherhood of Assassins. Like I said again, look how the story was said, and just like like this, the story begins with the player plays through the memory of the sacrament of Paris, Templars, and the captures of the Templar Grandmaster and Jacques of de Morlaix in 1307. During in the sacks of de Morlaix, and did trust another Templars with a sword and a book, which is the Templars hidden within a French crop court. The memory then fast forward to Don Morlaix death as the strength in his curse towards King Philip and the Pope and Clement IV. Yeah, they both died right along with the Knight Templars. See, you have to go all the way back where the banking system was set up and take the setup of place over there. See, this explains a lot, man. Look how the story has been told. And the memory, the memory then and surgery to Saturn in 1776. That's when the day when Illuminati was born. As the rebel indeed revealed at a French nobleman son need and before the son meet living indeed in Jesse of the daughter of the master, the daughter of the Templar Grand Master. After his father is murdered at the place, the Grand Master and did what we adore, and despised of knowing his father despite knowing his father was assassin. And information to watch is elevated. The story then skip forward 13 years to Libby in invitation into the Templars order in 1780 9. And Umbry is giving a message to deliver to Mrs. Indeed to put and put but to put in his office into order to seek into the party to meet with and the after meet her. And Robert is sneaking out and finding her Miss and Darby was murdered in a country yard. Also, Army was mistaken to be inability killer. Is captured by the enemy and imprisonment in the battle of, and there he will find apocalypse of writing on the wall. Yeah, there's a lot of symbols of this game. Excuse me. There's a lot of symbols in that game. And impressive of a fall imprisonment, the assassin by the with his fighting skills, and better invited inevitably into the brotherhood where they can escape during the storm of the invisibility. Yeah, exactly. If you notice, man, that by her father, did this be possible that it be whatever name that she fell in love with R Novi Arvovi, whatever his name is? Is it possible her people murdered his father and his father is murdered her father? Because look how the game was set up, and then you look at the story, and although we return home first, and 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 is turned away by Libby, who revealed that the message Beverly was expected to deliver to her father was warning of his spinning of the murder, and revealed herself as a Templars, and really joined the Brotherhood, and begged for the opportunity to define and eliminate the other Templars who involved in individual's death, included in verbally attend the King of Beggars. He is and grant for his request by and Barley, who was attempted to break peace between the order with indeed already during the course of his investigation. And early is rescued. Friendship of Tom at German, a silversmith, being held hostage by the Templars of Grandmaster and Liberty, and after killing and Liberty was actually the one trying to warn the inevitability and Darby and running into the in Libby, and realized that Germany, the river of the German is as H1 as well as the one who ordered did and Libby murder. And the Brotherhood of Council beginning to the question and never be as loyal as he acted and rational in his opposition of the and Libby and Cerberus killer. They make it look like he was the one that betrayed them, but they betrayed him and trade her because they once killed her father. Think about it. Think about it. And I played this game, and I played it, and you can look at the stories, but I'm not gonna read any more to this. You can read the rest of this, and the sort of they had this secret weapon in this game that one of the Templars hiding a secret swords. It was called the swords of or evening. The swords of evening. You get it, the guard of evening between the secret of bitter knowledge between good and evil, like man and a woman and the snake. See, this is why a lot of the things that's going on, if you look at it, and you got to think about that, man. You know, look how the story has been portrayed, and you can't tell me that the way this story is. Can it be possible that her father was being murdered by the Brotherhood assassins, and his father been murdered by the Knight Templars. They said the Templars had something to do with the French Revolution and then the assassins. It's like they were worked together by side to make it look like he was the one going to question his father's death and seek revenge and get revenge of the ones who were responsible for his father. And she want to go out the same thing. What they was trying to do, get him and her to kill each other. That's what they were doing. Look how this video game tell a story about it, because look at how the conspiracy theories that if you look at, and there's a lot of symbols in this game. And the guy who creates this, his name is Alex and I'm in New York. Alex and Reverend New York. Whatever. They got some fucked up names. And the writer was Terrence Scott. Terrence Scott. Terrence Scott. So the series, it's on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and Microsoft or Windows. So go get this game, man, because it tells a lot of story about this kind of stuff. Now, me, I like the game, but I knew there was something about this game that it raised a lot of unmarked and unexplainable questions. That there's a real reason why a lot of these things are going to happen. Now, I know who the Ku Klux Klan is. The Ku Klux Klan are the original Knight Templars, or their descendants from the Knight Templars, the Knights Hospitars. Where you think hospital come from? Hospital is the Knights Hospitars, and there's another. Hold on for a second. I heard somebody call. Hold on for a second. Hey, I'm sorry about that. That was just somebody called. They just probably sell some. But anyway, please go get this game. And there's a lot of symbolism in this game, especially with the ones with the zodiac signs. I don't know what it all means to this. I don't know what it means. I'm going to show you something, because there's a lot of zodiac signs, because some people believe the 12 zodiac sign is represent the 12 zodiac of the children of Israel. Some people believe that from different certain tribes. Now, if it is true this stuff is coming out all of a sudden, what they got to do with the black community and the white community? Well, you have to go all the way back where it all began and all started. Why the things were going on. Because and there was a DNA in testament about basically in transmutations between the Homo sapiens and the Neanderthals. And that's something I'm gonna talk about DNA, and I'm gonna explain that why this stuff is going on. Because there's a lot of symbols in these games. It really is. There's a lot of symbols of these games. That's why people need it. When you play a game, study these symbols, man. Please study these damn symbols, because the things that come out of these games, they're telling you the story. They're telling you what happened back then to now, and they make a little twist of fantasy, and some make a twist of reality, or whatever you want to call it. Because it is kind of crazy when you think about it, because, I mean, can it be possible this girl, her father killed his father, and his father killed her father? Basically, they was both pledges of both of the order of the Knight Templars and the assassins. He was the assassins. His father was assassin, and her brother, his father was assassin, and her dad was a Templar. And they try to get those two fight each other. If you notice that, like, he is French, and he is French and she is Irish. Look how the story is placed, because remember, Caucasians been fighting each other for a long time. So this is nothing new. Now they create a new game called Assassin's Creed Sympathy. So it's basically is talking about Britain, probably talking about the criminal the corporate of the criminal, a lot of criminal bankers. Ain't no telling, because it's based on the same people of the Knight Templars. You know what, the British intelligence agency. Because if you watch that movie, the secret intelligence agency, the secret. I mean the Kingsman, the Secret Service, whatever you want to call it. Please watch that movie. That movie called Syndro, whatever they're called, Syndro, whatever you want to call this game, by Johnny Gage, and there was a show, the purple of color. It's the same vodka stick of V on it, in the same way on this game. Reaching for the new age, and this is what they always talk about all the time. Man, it's 12 different zodiac signs, because you got to look at it. I'm trying to find it, but you can see what I'm talking about here. The 12 zodiacs, because look how in this game you can tell. Now, I don't know what this all means, but it could be to me. They talk about the preferred, the people, the children of Israel. If I have preferred, what that is. Do they know who the children of Israel is? Because people have been saying that Puerto Ricans are the children of Israel. They say that Native Americans is the children of Israel. So is Negroes. There's something that people don't want you to know about. Now, it can't be possible. Some people say Jamaicans are the children of Israel, or Ethiopians. So they said that the real Jews is Ethiopians, not the ones where people would run out of order. So they're telling you that you come from Africa. Okay, if you come from Africa, if you really come from Africa, then ask yourself this. Why is it, or just be, why is it that if people come from Africa, then that means whites are from Africa too? Asians from Africa? Because everybody's come from Africa. Now, okay, let's look at Virgo. Because I'm trying to show this after I wrap this stuff up, man, because I noticed something that's just me. Look how they show the sign of Virgo. Now, I'm a Virgo. I don't know what this all about. I really don't know what this all about. And what, like this right here. This symbol, what it looks like a goddamn F on it. But if you look at it real close, it looked like a nailing stone. When you nail Jesus Christ, it looked like this. I know y'all might have a hard time believing this, but ask yourself, and right near the damn church, or maybe they know that Jesus Christ, because they treat black people as property. But why is it? Have you noticed they never treat white people as property? I'm not saying they have. They probably have, unless they mix with black. Something tells me that these people, they might be is black, because some that they don't want nobody to know. Look at this stuff. Ain't no telling what. If somebody please would tell me what that symbol meant, because that symbol looked like it's just an element of Jesus Christ. That's what it looks like. Because there's a lot of symbols in this game. And they said Sagittarius, Nostradamus, they said all that. And they're showing this scene of this. I mean, it is crazy. It's crazy that people really need to look into this, because it just didn't make any sense to me. What they trying to say, I don't know. But something tells me they're sending a message for something. And this symbol is everywhere. This symbol is just ain't popping out for nothing. You got to ask yourself this. They talking about Mars and all this bunch of stuff, man. And they said Scorpion. They talk about the children of Israel. Now, ain't no telling who the children of Israel is. Some say the children of Israel is African Americans or aka Negroes, or Jamaica, Mexican, you name it. No one knows. Now, if it is so, then why is this stuff is coming out all of a sudden? That's why, we got to look at these games, man, because they are really just trying to tell you a story. They're telling you a story. There's something that people just don't want you to know. Now you might think, oh, it's just a game. Yeah, I agree with you. But it's not just a game. It's not just a game. There's a lot of a it's a certain of some certain of a of a certain of a meaning of the symbols of the game, trying to tell you something's gonna event or something's gonna happen. That's all connected. What's really going on back then to till now, we'll never know until then. But I'm really look forward to talk about conspiracy theories again, because we need to look at these games, man. We need to look at these games because they're really trying to tell you something. You might not think nothing of it, but you gotta pay attention because all this stuff is connected. And they got another assassination between Russia, India, and all these other folks. So what does that tell you? Are they afraid they're going to lose their whole order to a race or group of people, purportedly the colored folks? Because ask yourself, why they call black people colored folks, but they never call white people colored folks? So what does that tell you right there? What does that tell you? It explains who the real children of Israel is. And there had to be that Asians and whites are the 13 tribes, because there's a book about it, and they come from the Khazars and Zionists. Next week I'm gonna talk about Zionists. I already talked about the Khazars, but I'm talking about Zionists, who those kind of family were, the people who run the order right now. This explains a lot that why these things are taking place and taking place. But tell me what you think of this game, because are they putting these games to try to tell us something that's just really corrupted and corrupted these young adolescent minds of people? Are they trying to really tell certain people what's really taking place, what's really taking going on? Because look at what it says right here. It's unreleased in a wave of a global conflict that entered from the Caribbean to the Middle East. And in history and widely in regardless the revolution as one of the most important events in human history. Yeah, it was. 7 years war. Yep. Some say the Illuminati has something to do with this. The fall of the president of France. Now, from history for France, ain't no telling what happened back then when things was going on. I don't know how Illuminati has something to do with the French Revolution and what caused French Revolution. What caused it is King Louis the Fifth was to blame for mishandling and those affairs. Basically, he did not receive people get their money's worth, and fucking up with the French people. Part of the Masonic and Masonic order. And that's what it's telling you then. So, but this is the commentary, man. This is why we need to be aware with certain things, the games that people play. I play this game, and I never understand what they're trying to tell us. Do they know something they don't want us to know? Just think about it. Then again, you never know. Till next time. And it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Y'all gonna do society do text, baby. Until next time, alright? Alright, peace them out. And we're going to tend again to another conspiracy theories, all right? From video games to music to movies, you name it. You think of it. Give me your own conspiracy theory. If you need something that can tell you that they want you to know, I can reveal it to you, and everything will stand united and not together. It could be conspiracy theory from Africa to Europe, Asia, you name it, because that's why they need to pay attention to these games, man, because they're really telling you something they don't want you to know. Think about it. And that's the end of the discussion, end of the story. So give me your comments, give me your reviews, well, tell me what you think. It's your boy Domination. This is back of the base. Jungle Deuces, I would do, Jungle Deuces, I would do text, baby. Until next time, alright? Alright. Peace in the mouth. Peace.